Hello guitar freaks, and welcome to another episode of Sweep and Economy Picking Motion Secrets. And this week we're going to combine the left hand with the right hand, or to put it politically correct, we're going to use our fretting hand and our picking hand, whichever that may be. So at first I want to start off by saying that we'll use notes from the C major scale only. So this is just all the natural notes: C, D, E, F, G, A and B. If you don't know where those are in your guitar, you're gonna find out with me today. So we're gonna start at a lower register of the neck, something like maybe the 3rd fret, and find out where those notes are on the first 2 strings, the 6th and the 5th. So we have G on the 3rd, A on the 5th, B on the 7th, C on the 8th, D on the 10th, E on the 12th, F on the 13th, and G on the 15th fret. And in the same fashion you can find the rest of the natural notes on your 5th string, like this is a C, this is a B right behind it. This is called the natural semitone. And then we have the D on the 5th fret, E on the 7th, F on the 8th, G on the 10th, A on the 12th, and B on the 14th fret. So what I want to do right now is play a series of 3 notes. We're gonna place them as triplets against the beat. We'll see how. And the notes I'm gonna use for the first of these will be will be G, A and B. So 3, 5 and 2 on the 6th and 5th strings. The picking motion that I'm going to use for this is, let me show you this. I'm gonna start with an up on the 3rd fret of the 6th string. Then I'm going back with a downstroke on the 5th, and at the same time I'm resting my pick on the 5th string, and then I'm going for the 5th string 2nd fret. So the full thing should be like up, down, down, up, down, down. Be careful that you always, when you're down picking on the 5th fret, your pick's going straight towards the 5th string and resting on it. And when you pick the 2nd fret with a downstroke again, then you want to do something like a small wave. Let me show you this. In order to avoid, when we're returning back from the space between the 5th and 4th strings, we don't want to hit the 5th string again on our way back, something like this. So we have to perform something like a small wave that comes back to the 6th string. Be careful not to exaggerate your movement and do something like minimize your this motion as much as possible, and try to use small wrist movements in addition to your normal movements when you're crossing strings. So this is gonna look like this: 3, 5, 2. And the way I would practice this would be playing 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. 3 consecutive repeats of the group, of this grouping of 3 notes, G, A and B. And then I'm finishing off by on the 4th beat with an upstroke. So it's gonna look like 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, or 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3, 4. This is what you want to go for, and right after you have this under your fingers, you should absolutely try to transpose it to the rest of the scale on the first 6th and 5th strings, like this. So this is an A, a B and a C. 5, 7 and 3. This is a B, C and D on the 7, 8 and 5 frets. This is C, D and E. 8, 10 and 7. D, E and F on the 10, 12 and 8th fret. And then you have E, F and G right here, 12, 14 and 10. And F, G, A on the 13, 15 and 12 frets. And this is the octave from the place we started from the G note. So the whole exercise would look something like this. And when you're done with this, you should absolutely try to do the same thing on every other pair of strings, including A and D strings, starting from the C note maybe, on the 3rd fret. D, E, F, and when you're done, move on to the next string. Things are going to look more familiar by then. Remember, if we're playing a C major scale, the notes are natural, so when you're starting from the C, you have this combination of fingers. This is the root note, this is the 2nd note, and this is the major 3rd. Then moving on to the next one, the D, E and F, you have always a tone, and 2 frets back you have the minor 3rd. Then from the E note, from the 3rd degree of the scale, you have, starting with your 3rd finger, the E, the root note, and then the F, which is a minor 2nd, and the G. And then from the F you have the F, which is the root note, the G, which is a major 2nd, A, which is a major 3rd. And from the 15th fret, you have again a root note, a 2nd, major 2nd, and the major 3rd. From the A note you have a root note, a major 2nd and a minor 3rd, or you can do this right here in the 5th fret. And then from the B, from the 7th degree of the scale, you have 3rd finger, minor 2nd, and then minor 3rd with your 1st finger. So the only problem is going to be when you reach the 3rd and 2nd string, because the tuning of the guitar is changing a little bit on those two. We have a major 3rd interval, so what we do is we want to raise every note on the 2nd string by 1 semitone. So for example, if I start on the C right here, normally I would have something like this with my middle, pinky and index finger. But if I transpose this to the G string, I'm gonna have, or you can do it with your index. C, D and E. You can roll your finger, or you can do it with different fingers too. So this is your 2nd lesson regarding sweep picking. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like, subscribe and share this video with your friends, and I'll see you next time. Cheers.